Hey, wonderful folks who are watching Training Suggestions Now live. I am with one of my special guests, a guest which is an honorable guest, Dr. Selva B. Raj. He is the youngest scientist awardee, and he has been awarded from the Government of India for Science and Technology of in New Delhi. So, as being a scientist, as a young scientist, right? I would like to know about your life purpose and what exactly in the waste management you are doing. So over to you, Dr. Bhaskar. Just talk about what is your life purpose, what is your mission and vision towards your what exactly the project you are doing. Yeah, over to you, Dr. Bhaskar.
Yeah, this is Dr. Bhaskar. I'm from Tamil Nadu. My interest towards waste management started right from the scratch once I started uh, picturizing all the challenges of our country. So, as far as I know, waste management would be the very big challenge for our country because most of the waste, particularly solid waste, which we are not processing properly in most of our states. So, by taking that challenge into my consideration, I design a model. It's a tabletop model where we'll be able to make use of that model everywhere. So that whatever waste we are putting it across, that particular model, it will segregate the waste into wet waste as well as dry waste. So it is a major problem where most of the districts and most of the states we are facing. So what I particularly interested in is I just made a model, and that model is suitable for waste segregation. So by keeping that idea, I just applied to Government of India, Department of Science and Technology, and they approved my idea and they have sanctioned a lump sum amount for that particular project. And I have designed the project. I have installed in my nearby panchayat, and it is working well. So further funding also, I just requested from the government to in order to elaborate that model, in order to design a model in an effective way, so that I'll be able to make use of the model in all the states of India, and it will be more useful for the society as well as our economy. This is what my major motive is. This is all about the project which I have done so far. So for that, they have just given me the Young Scientist Award because it has done 3-4 years before, and still it is in progress. Since I have done at the earlier stage, so I got that award from Department of Science and Technology.
Very interesting and really nice to talk to a young scientist like you who have come up with several things. Even I have recently met with one girl. I would request, I'll definitely bring her on board once for the interview purpose because she has also did something that is in the rural, as we also know, in the rural area, there is a problem of washroom. She also take this initiative and she is also award winner. Definitely, I am now. The sessions are basically designed for those for the acknowledgement like this. Dr. Bhaskar, being a young scientist, and she is also a 25 years old girl who also took this initiative. So, this session is for them. So now there are a lot to learn from you. So now my question to you: how can this agricultural, as you can say, that can be used to enhance waste management on farms, particularly in reducing the this organic waste?
So what kind of the agricultural process which we have done is an agrobot. So that agrobot which we have specially designed, it is one of the funded projects from Department of Science and Technology. And that agrobot we have done specially to identify the pest which is available in the leaves. So, for example, if you are taking a tomato farming, or if you are taking potato farms, or else if you are taking any farms related to, let us take papaya or else sugar cane. So, all the farms will be the major problem the farmers they are facing is the pest, insecticides. So, what we have done is we have made a cost-effective robot, so agrobot. So that cost-effective robot is specially we have designed with low cost and low power. So we'll be able to operate very easily and it will be more useful for the farmers. So
that farmers will be more like they'll be make use of that agrobot, and with the help of the agrobot, they'll be usually make use of that robot to check and identify the insecticides available in the plant. So that robot will automatically spray the insecticides and it will kill the pest which is available on the leaf. And the ratio which we have processed using that particular level is very less. We are not using high concentration liquid. We are using only the concentration of liquid very less, so that we not harm the plant. I mean, plants as well, not harm the soil. That is what our major concern. And it has been funded by our DST, Government of India, for doing such projects. So I believe that is also one of the milestones which I have done at the earlier stage. Department
A
of Science
big,
and Technology for the funding.
okay, a big
To see
congratulations.
what way it is going to turn up.
Okay. So a big congratulations, first of all, for achieving this award. It's something we can also understand how much time, how much uh, labor you have to put to achieve this award. So
Okay.
now, yes. So now, second question to you is: what are the key technology that power of agricultural role in the waste management, and how do they contribute to the sustainability effort?
See, if you see, this would be the sustainable project which I have taken. If you see, the major problem in our country is energy. And the point number two is we can say it as agriculture, and third is waste management. Another one is renewable energy, which I would like to quote, and next one is the pollution. So these are the five major challenges our country is facing. Now we are focusing on the battery because since it is related to the renewable energy. So if we address this 5 to 6 challenges in our country, probably it will improve our country's economy in a sustainable way. So these are the 6 challenges which we need to focus majorly to improve our country economy as well as country's ranking. So I feel like it would be a more sustainable and it is mandatory for our country to focus on such kind of projects. That is why I've just chosen this field because basically I'm from engineering background. But what I've chosen is entirely from my background. Why? Because I work on interdisciplinary projects rather going for the subject oriented project, and that should be related to the improvement of our country as well as of our people. So that is what my major motive, and that has given a very good outcomes, and that is why I'm progressing further.
Yeah, interesting. And I have a question. As you have mentioned that you are an engineer, so can you just explain us which stream you have done your engineering?
I have done my BTech in Electronics and Communication and MTech in Very Large Scale Integration (VLSI). I have done it, and I've done my doctorate in Wireless Sensor Network. So this is my like educational background.
But what drive you to be into the waste management? What drive you to work in this waste management and in biodiversity?
That's what I'm telling you. So
Right.
when I start
Huh.
talking about the problems which our country is facing, if you go and watch the streets of Mumbai and Delhi, the major problem what they are facing is the order. I mean order. The major problem what they are facing is sanitation and uncleaned areas. They are not having a proper sustainable machines to clear all the waste which is heaped in the streets of in the surroundings of Delhi as well as in the premises of Mumbai. So these are all one of the states, not only in Mumbai or Delhi, even in our state, Tamil Nadu, or even Pune, and we can say Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, all the states of India, they are facing a major trouble is the waste. Because our country is already populated in a very good way. So since we are having a higher population, the waste which we are getting out of the population is very higher. Since we don't have an effective technology as per our country's climate to segregate and reduce the waste, so I'm just planning to initiate such kind of initiatives in order to create awareness to all the youngsters. So if I create such kind of awareness, probably I'll be able to get many young minds who can work on the waste management and they can produce very good results. So that really made me to work on such interdisciplinary research. That is a major motive behind this project.
Interesting. Yeah. So next question is, what are the economic benefits for farmers in using robots for integrated waste management? compared to the additional method or traditional method, you can say?
See, if we go for the robotic model, it will help to reduce the manual intervention. If you see, most of the waste management companies, we are too much of humans are working, so it leads to several health issues. They have to touch all the waste. Our human waste is cleared by our human itself. It has been one of the very big problem in our country. So if we reduce the manual intervention, it is going to be the win-win situation for our country as well as for our society. So my major motive is to remove the manual intervention in clearing the waste, where I can apply all the robotic and AI-based models, which helps to remove the manual interventions and it helps to secure their health and life in a proper way. That is what my major motive is.
Yeah, sounds very interesting. So there are some questions are what are the challenges in implementing robot-driven waste management systems in rural or small-scale farming operations?
Planning operation related to what?
That is in the rural or areas. In the rural areas, there are small wasting for in the farming operation, like in the that time also biodiversity means biodegradation happens, right? In the farm, in the you can see in the field, right? So my question is towards that. That is maybe it is what are the challenges you feel in the implementing while doing this robot-driven waste
When it goes to
management?
rural and urban areas, yeah, understood. When it goes to rural and urban areas, the major problem which you are facing is installation. They are not getting proper people to install the process, and moreover, I need to get a proper support from the government people because I need to go for several documentation purpose before installing all such process. That is going to be one of the major challenge since our country is completely based on wet waste because our wet waste is more higher when compared to dry waste because of our climatic condition. And our country is utilizing too much of plastics and they are packing it out in plastic bags and they're throwing it out in the dustbin. So segregation is going to be another big challenge which we are facing in the rural areas as well as urban areas. And moreover, those people are not aware about how to segregate the waste and how to segregate at the source end. So segregating at the source end is one of the very big solution for all such problems. Since we are educating through our team, I believe so that this education may help them to reduce such kind of process at earliest as possible. Let me see in what way it is going to help.
Interesting. So now, before we move into the last question, I will request you, means those who are watching live, you can put down your questions. Ask Dr. Bhaskar what questions are coming while listening to him. And not only this, please follow him. I will be sharing his LinkedIn details in the description box. Those who want to learn and want to grow more and want to have an idea about what he is doing about the waste management, what is exactly how the robots are working, how much part is for the manual part they have designed, how much for the robots. So if you have these queries, please reach out to him. I'll share the details in the description box, his LinkedIn link. Now, last question to you is, how can robots ensure the separation of biodegradation and non-degradation waste in farming and promote efficient recycling?
See, we do have a separate machine. So that machine it helps to segregate all the wet waste and dry waste. We have included a technology for segregating the optical components, and we do have a separate 80 current separators for separating all the ion-based process. Magnetic separators would be there. We do have a separate for sievers. That sievers will help us to separate all the particles with up to depends on the sizes. Based on the small particles and the larger particles, that particular siever will segregate all the waste which you are just processing into the machine. So everything has been automated through our CAD as well as SCADA and all SCADA software. So we have introduced AI also to monitor every segregation which is processed in that particular model, and we'll be able to analyze the total feedback of our output which are getting out of the waste segregation. So whatever feedback we are getting, again we'll process the same output again as an input to the machine. We'll try to get at least 70 to 80% of outcome. Because it is not possible to segregate 100%. I do accept that. Whereas we are just focusing on 70 to 70% of segregation. That is our major focuses in our design. Because still we are fine tuning it. Let me see in what way our government is supporting us, and further I'll just let you know in what way I'm going to get the outcomes once it is done.
Sure, because this is not the end. This is not the journey ends here. Because there are lots to come. We will be connecting, because if in the second there is another episode will be happening with you. Because it's like why we have because the why we have selected those people who have been awarded, because they are doing something for the society, for as thinking of India as a country. So this we should give them the first priority, and we are saluting them for what they are doing. It is not only on 15th of August or 26th of August we will salute to the soldiers. No, we will do it on the way they are also doing. They are not they are doing at a par. Okay, so we salute their activities, whatever they are doing, and we will support them in the various ways they are approaching. So, what I learned is important is please take care of the plastic in your locality, in your society. Just make a certain thing that um, make a challenge of reducing your plastic, because you can see how much it is getting a pressure for them. But please do work with them hand on hand and give that your presence is you. If you are reducing the use of plastic, they are capable of doing more good. So thank you so much for taking this initiative. Yeah, Dr. Bhaskar, a lot of things to learn. And definitely I'll call you once again with the other, because this is not the end. Another interview will be happening with all of the people who have contributed. Okay. Sure. Yeah. So that will be the last one, because I have just started with you first. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll definitely meet once again.
Okay.
So, thank you so much. Bye. Yeah, have a wonderful day.